Good morning, Paul Georgie from Allendale. It's June 21st, the longest day of the year, the beginning of summer, and Friday morning. We've got grain markets under a little bit of pressure here today again after the weakness that we seen yesterday. But the outside markets are the true leaders of the grain market here this week with the Bernanke comments, the talk of reducing some of the incentives for the economy. That has caused profit taking around the world, and in turn having investors moving their money out of anything that was looked down as an inflation hedge. So we're seeing pressure in the metals and in the grains across the board, although we're seeing some profit taking or short covering here this morning in some of the metals markets as we speak, but certainly nothing like we've seen yesterday as far as pressure goes. But when looking at the grain complex specifically, we still have got very tight supplies of old crop corn and soybeans. Farmer selling is the real key. As long as the farmers keep their bin doors closed, prices have a tendency to work higher when the end user needs the grain, and that's what we've seen this week on the strength in the futures and in basis. There was some grain moving, and now we've set back a bit until the next time they need some supply. The soybean complex continues to struggle with the export business being relatively good, and the crush number, demand for meal and product is very strong, and that's causing the potential for tighter supplies. Now we're hearing some grain is starting to move into the U.S. There's some boats lined up in Wilmington, North Carolina to unload, but that is going to be necessary in order to meet the targets that the USDA has set in their balance sheet. Allendale just released their projections for the planted acres. Corn, 2.9 million acres less, which puts it at about 94.36 million acres of corn planted. Soybeans, we look for an increase there of about 2 million acres up to 79.24. The quarterly stocks, as we compare against last year, this year we're looking for quarterly stocks to be around 2.805 billion bushel versus a year ago of 3.14. Soybeans around 422 versus 667 a year ago, and wheat could see higher stocks, 781 versus 743 a year ago. So we've got some adjusting of spreading and positions going into this report time that we've got ahead of us. We've got a cattle on feed report this afternoon. We've got the quarterly stocks and planted acreage reports next week, hogs and pigs report next week. So we've got a lot of things that traders will be looking at to try to get a handle on how much usage and how much supply we may have here at the end of this current marketing year. The cattle on feed report trade averages there are 96.1 on feed, placed at 95, marketed at 98. We're seeing a bit of profit taking in the pork complex this morning as we've had some very good gains. We've seen the product. Maybe it's showing some topping action here as we've seen the cutout values down slightly yesterday. The retailers likely have got most of their purchases done for the demand through the 4th of July holiday. So we could see some correction there. There will be some fill-in buying early next week ahead of the holiday of July 4th. Cutout values in beef up 32 in choice, select up 119. The cash hog index still is about $4 higher than the July futures, so we have to expect that July futures should be well supported on any kind of corrections. So a lot of things going on here, a lot of reasons to stay in touch with the Allendale research team and your Allendale representative. As we mentioned in the wake-up call this morning, the concern that we have is it's great to see the strength in grain, corn, soybeans specifically. But if you're a producer and you've got grain to sell, once this corn starts tasseling and we turn into the month of July, it might be a situation where everybody wants to sell at one time, and we've got to be concerned about that. You don't want to be the last guy out of the gate. So get in touch with your Allendale representative, and we'll discuss some strategies with you that can help protect against that risk. If you got any questions, 800-262-7538. We wish everybody a very successful trading day, safe weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday morning. Thank you.